Urgent Dallas Cowboys FANS. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. All right, folks, today we've got some major updates coming out of Dallas that could shape the future of the Cowboys quarterback room for the upcoming season. If you're a true Cowboys fan, you already know how crucial the backup quarterback position is. It might not be as glamorous as the starting role, but it's absolutely vital in a league as competitive as the NFL. Imagine the stakes. Your starting QB, Dak Prescott, is a proven leader, but injuries happen, and depth at that position can make or break a season. And right now, Dallas is facing a question that's been lingering all offseason. Who will be the guy behind Dak? We're talking about a battle that's been heating up between Joe Milton and Sam Howell. Both are talented, both are pushing hard, and both could potentially end up fighting for a spot on the 53-man roster. But here's the twist. There's also a real possibility that both players might be fighting not just for backup duties, but for a roster spot altogether. Yes, Dallas might end up keeping 3 quarterbacks, a move that some teams prefer to hedge their bets, especially with the unpredictability of NFL injuries and the importance of having reliable depth. Now, the Cowboys have until this Sunday, August 30th, to finalize their roster, so the clock is ticking. Fans have been watching these battles closely, and there's plenty of chatter about who has the edge. On one side, you have Joe Milton, a guy whose story is pretty compelling. He became a girl dad last October, welcoming his daughter, Malia Rose, into the world with his girlfriend, Destiny. And let me tell you, Milton's perspective on fatherhood has been a game-changer for him, not just personally but professionally. He's been open about how becoming a father has given him a new sense of purpose and focus. In fact, Milton credits his role as a dad for helping him on the field, saying that having a girl is a different experience altogether. He shared heartfelt posts on Instagram, celebrating the joys of fatherhood, describing it as one of the best moments of his life, and expressing admiration for Destiny's strength and resilience. But beyond his personal life, what about his performance on the field? Well, Milton has shown flashes of brilliance during the offseason, and his arm strength has always been a talking point. His ability to throw the deep ball and make big plays is something that clearly catches the eye. Still, when it comes to the coaching staff, specifically head coach Brian Schottenheimer, the competition has been described as close. Schottenheimer, who's known for his offensive ingenuity and quarterback development, initially seemed to favor Sam Howell a bit more during the offseason. Howell, the former Washington Commanders quarterback, has been regarded as a talented passer and a guy with good mobility. But as training camp and preseason games progressed, it became clear that Milton was making a serious push. And here's where it gets interesting. Schottenheimer recently mentioned that the competition is great, and both players are performing well. He highlighted Milton's impressive play during the preseason games, noting that his numbers don't lie. But at the same time, he praised Howell's ability to drive a 2-minute drill against Seattle, showing that he's capable of executing under pressure. The coaching staff is weighing all of this carefully, knowing full well that making the right call could have long-term implications. Now, let's take a step back and look at these quarterbacks more closely. Joe Milton, a guy with a cannon for an arm, has always been known for his incredible arm strength dating back to his days at the University of Michigan. When he first arrived in Dallas, there was a lot of buzz about his potential. Coaches and analysts recognized his physical tools, but also wanted to see him develop more consistency and decision-making. His journey hasn't been straightforward. He's had to overcome injuries, competition, and the challenge of adapting to a new offense. Yet, his off-season work and the glimpses he's shown in preseason games suggest he's evolving into a more refined quarterback, one capable of leading a drive when needed. On the other hand, Sam Howell is a different kind of prospect. He's younger, more mobile, and has demonstrated a good grasp of the game's mental aspects. His performance during the offseason, especially in that notable 2-minute drive against Seattle, showcased his ability to operate under pressure, make smart reads, and execute plays effectively. Howell's familiarity with the game and his quick decision-making could give him an edge in terms of consistency. But do the coaching staff see enough of that to lean towards him as the backup? That's the million-dollar question. And of course, there's the larger picture. What does this mean for the Cowboys' season? Well, having a reliable backup quarterback is crucial, especially considering the physical toll the league takes on players. Last season, Dak Prescott faced injuries that sidelined him for games, and the team had to rely on different players stepping in. A solid backup can keep a season afloat, provide stability, and even serve as a spark if the starting quarterback encounters a rough patch. But beyond just being a backup, the number 2 quarterback needs to be ready to step in at a moment's notice, execute the game plan, and manage the team effectively. It's a tall order for both Milton and Howell, but each brings unique qualities to the table. Now, let's not forget that the Cowboys have a rich history of developing quarterbacks, from Roger Staubach to Troy Aikman, from Tony Romo to Dak Prescott. Each of those legends had their own paths, and the team has always valued strong, capable backups. The current competition isn't just about who can throw the ball farther or make more flashy plays. It's about who can handle the mental pressure, adapt to the speed of the NFL, and earn the trust of the coaching staff and teammates. As we look ahead to this final week of roster battles, it's clear that every throw, every decision, and every practice rep matters. The coaches are watching intently, trying to gauge not just talent, but also leadership, poise, and football IQ. Milton's recent performances have been promising, especially considering his personal growth as a father. It's no secret that good players often come with strong character and resilience, and Milton's journey off the field adds a layer of motivation that could push him over the edge. Meanwhile, Howell continues to impress with his mobility and coolness under pressure. The coaching staff sees potential in him, and his familiarity with the system might give him a slight advantage. But as Schottenheimer pointed out, it's still too early to make any definitive decisions. The preseason is a showcase, yes, but nothing beats the intensity of live game reps and the high-pressure situations that come with actual NFL contests. For Cowboys fans, this battle is more than just a roster decision. It's about the future of the franchise, about who will be the reliable hand when the chips are down. It's about the depth behind Dak Prescott, who's been a leader and a symbol of hope for Dallas since he arrived. The team's success depends on having a backup who can step in without missing a beat, and both Milton and Howell are fighting tooth and nail to earn that role. And let's be real, this isn't just about the upcoming season. It's about building a team that can adapt, that can overcome adversity, and that can sustain success over the long haul. The Cowboys have a rich history of resilience and big moments, and this quarterback battle is just the latest chapter in that ongoing story. As the final days of roster cuts approach, every snap, every throw, and every practice session will carry extra weight. Fans are anxiously waiting to see who will come out on top, who will be the guy to trust when it matters most. In the broader context, this competition reflects the evolution of the NFL itself. The league is moving towards more mobile quarterbacks, guys who can extend plays and make things happen outside the pocket. Howell fits that mold perfectly, but Milton's strong arm and experience could also be vital in certain game situations. Dallas is trying to balance youth and experience, talent and leadership, potential and proven ability. It's a delicate dance, and the decision will likely be made in the coming days with careful consideration. So as we gear up for the final roster cuts, keep an eye on these 2 quarterbacks. Both have shown promise, both have overcome obstacles, and both are determined to leave their mark in Dallas. The Cowboys are in a pivotal moment, one that could define their season and set the tone for the years to come. Whether Milton's leadership and physical tools will edge out Howell's mobility and poise remains to be seen, but one thing is for sure. The battle is intense, and the stakes are high. Now, I want to remind all of you Dallas Cowboys fans that this story is far from over. The next few days will be critical, filled with drama, surprises, and perhaps some tough decisions. But no matter what happens, one thing is certain. Your team is always fighting, always striving, and always giving their best. And as fans, we stand behind them, ready to support whoever wears that star on their helmet. So stay tuned, stay excited, and get ready for what promises to be an exhilarating finish to this quarterback saga. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Who do you think deserves the backup spot? Milton or Howell? Or do you think maybe the Cowboys should go with 3 quarterbacks this year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest news from the star. So make sure to stay tuned, stay engaged, and as always, go Cowboys.